Today I'm taking a look at the VEVOR off-road jack. Okay, got our instructions. It does say that this is a double plunger. So this will be like a speed jack. You'll get that car up in the air much quicker. That is a 3-ton. It's a hydraulic double cylinder, 100 millimeter in tray diameter, 290 millimeter in width, 740 millimeter length. Minimum height 150 millimeters. Max height is 590 millimeters. Material is aluminum and iron. We do have our standoff, so if you need to get this guy up in the air a little bit higher, so if you're going to be picking up jacked up vehicles, this is going to be what you need for that. Very handy, especially for an off-road jack. Looks like that is just going to bolt right onto the base. And then we have a couple of pinholes, so you can adjust the height even on that. Okay, so here is part of our handle. We got a nice long soft grip on there. Also going to be great in case you let this guy go and let it smack into your vehicle. Not to worry about scratching anything up. Looks like we got a square drive to pull that together. And there's just a pin mechanism to release that. So if you need to pack this guy up, you can do that. And here's the other end of that handle. We can't see on there. We do have a knurled grip. So this is a super large jack. Let me see if I can lift this guy out of here. Look at that. That thing is a little monster truck. One of the things that makes this an off-road jack is, of course, going to be those large wheels that we got on there. So if you need to drag this guy in some dirt or gravel, you're not going to have to worry about that sinking into the frame. Now, sinking into the frame you wouldn't think would be a big deal because then it would just be supporting everything right there on the frame. But it actually is, because a jack needs to be able to roll as this plate is going up, because it's not going straight up. It is kind of going at a curve. And so the jack needs to be able to pull in as it is lifting. So if you're going to be lifting any vehicles off-road, this is definitely going to be the style of jack that you want. The trade-off for that is it is going to be a little bit higher profile, so it's not going to be quite as low profile as one of those super low profile jacks. So you just want to get the jack that fits the scenario that you're going to be using it on. Now, for an off-road jack, this is still pretty low. We're looking at right about 6 inches or 15 centimeters. This is kind of nice. It does actually come with a little plastic stopper there to make sure that it is not just going and moving itself while it is in shipment. So I'm going to put in the part of the handle that has that square drive on it. That has to fit inside because this is going to be the mechanism that loosens and tightens. Pull that back, and we can pull out that spacer. So it is nice that we can take this guy and we can just pull the whole thing out, put it back in. So if you're going to be delivering this in a truck, you can just basically take the handle out and throw it in as you need it. But if you want a more permanent solution, we do have this bolt right here. We can tighten that up. That'll lock that in place, and it will always be there. We do also have a little baggie. So we have a little spring clip, and that has a couple of bolts already pre-installed, and looks like that would go right there. So you'll have a spot to set this in the event that you're not going to be using it. I'm probably not going to be using it, so it's very nice to have that there, so I can just pull that off and put it back whenever I need it. We also have a replacement bolt for, looks like this bolt, and that is the same. Then we have a keychain so we can tether everything up, and we have a pin so we can pop that off, drop it through there, click that on the back, and that will be what holds that in place. So these are 4mm button head bolts. Gonna grab the nut with my finger, hold that underneath, and spin that in. The one thing I did find a little odd is that this pin will not quite fit inside this slot with this guy inside. So you have to extend it a little bit to fit the pin in, but then it is a little too long for that. I guess you could kind of put it at an angle just to make it work. It does kind of sit in there like this, but it's not really seated all the way in. So I think that is what this tether is for. It'd be a place to hold that pin, although I'm probably just going to hold it just like this, just so I don't lose that pin, because I don't really want to put this in there and then have that pin sitting somewhere where it could interfere with any of the operation of this jack. That's one of those little oddities, not really a big deal, but that is going to be up to you to decide. And then if you want to use that extension, it looks like this plate is threaded, so you don't even need to use the nut, just for making sure you don't lose those bolts. And just drop that in, and then use a 5mm to thread that into the base plate. Cool. Very nice having so many options in your jack. So I'll be able to drag this around by the handle, so I'm going to lock that bolt down. And that is a 17mm socket. So we can still loosen and tighten that up. We don't have to worry about that handle falling out. So, oh yeah, that has a lot of movement on each throw. So if you're in a hurry, this is going to be the style of jack that you want. And we are looking at a max height without the extension at 23 inches. With the extension, we're looking at about 5 1/4, or with the pin in the second slot, we've got about 6 1/2. So with the extension, we get a little bit over 29 inches if we need it. And that is nice. I do not have to force it down. We do have some springs in there to automatically retract. All right. So last up is going to be our top handle. We just got that pin that is going to fit in a hole right here. There we go. So that is what I mean. You got some nice, loose, rocky material right there. If you try to use a regular low-profile jack in that, you'd just be hitting the bottom, and you would never be able to get that vehicle in the air safely. And that is the difference. You'd be able to get the vehicle in the air, but the chances of that thing falling over, tipping over, causing some problems, that is definitely going to be a non-zero if you try to use a regular low-profile jack and not an off-road jack like this. Just because as that guy is lifting, it needs to be able to pull itself forward, so it has to be off the ground in order to do that. As we pull that guy, you can't see it's handling that terrain, no problem. So this is a Ford Maverick. You can see that it's not a low profile vehicle, but it's not jacked up either. We have got plenty of room under that guy. All right, we are on the jack point. Make sure you're always on the jack point. So you can kind of see those wheels rolling in as we are lifting. It needs to be able to do that in order to jack up safely. Wow, okay. I wasn't paying enough attention. We were lifting up the entire car. Set her back down. Cool. So it can go down nice and smooth. It's not going to be one of those instant drops. Very good. So yeah, if you're looking for a big, mean monster jack, that is going to be the guy that you want.